Hi, I'm Rosalind, and this video is for the ELF coordinators. This is Unit 5, which is called Thorns and Threats. As usual, we'll start with Thorns and Threats slideshow, which we'll have available on the ELF website. Followed by a puppet show. You can do the puppet show in the beginning or the end if you want. This is the puppet show. You will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 characters this time. And then you will also have a background for Thorns and Threats in your resource box, and then your outline. So for Center 1, this is called Take a Look. It's an observation center. This one will have samples of plants and animals' defenses. So you might have some porcupine quills. We might try to put in maybe a cactus or something like that. There's also horns and antlers in there. If there is somebody in your group or in your class who has anything prickly or thorny from their own garden, they can feel free to bring that in as well for the students to observe. The second center is called What Does Our Garden Grow? This is an outdoor classroom, and in this one we will be talking about the life cycle of a radish. We'll be going through different stages. We'll have printouts for them to look at, and then at the end they can plant their own radish in a little cup, and then they can take those home afterwards. Also in this center, please feel free to bring in radishes for your volunteers for the classroom, or ask the volunteer who's doing Center 2 to bring in the radish for their class. Center 3 is called Designing Vegetable Gardens, and this one is an outdoor center in the Kyffin garden, and this one is going to be talking about garden mapping. So the first thing that you're going to do is talk about what it means to map a garden, and then after you discuss that, you'll be going through a scenario with your group where you talk about spacing. So for instance, you're going to have all the students sit together or stand together in a tight group, and then you're going to say, is this a good way to space out your garden? And they'll probably say no, because some people don't get any sun, or some people may not get enough air. And you can map out, you can have different scenarios like that where the students are standing far enough away from each other or too close to each other that you can talk about how spacing is beneficial in your garden. And then after that, you'll be referring to these garden maps, and these are going to come out by email. We're going to send out garden maps to specify exactly where your class is going to be planting in the garden. So you'll have a specific map for your class, and you'll be able to see through markers, and we'll have the garden set up in a way that you can match what you see on the map to what you see in the garden beds, and you'll know which one to access when you go to the garden. And once you go there, then we'll have the seeds in your center box, and then you can plant the seeds in the space that's reallocated for your classroom. Center 4 is our game center. The first game is K through 1. And this will be a puzzle game. The second part will be a memorization game. So that will be more appropriate for the higher grades, 2 through 4. Center 5 is our art center. This one, you're going to be thinking about plant and animal defenses. And then the students are going to think of some kind of extraordinary animal or plant, and that could have super defenses, and they're going to draw it out. So this is going to be their whatever they can come up as a creative animal or plant. Once they finish that, we'll also have rocks in your center box where you'll be painting the petals of a flower, and those petals will be eventually put together into a rock formation in the Kyffin garden. But for your class, the task is to paint the petals for that flower. And I think that's the end of Center 5.